White medium star INTRO, midnight to 4 o'clock. Voice, thousands of years ago, long before modern technology, long before electricity, machines, or science. Ancient texts describe something unbelievable. Blinding flashes, thunder that shook the earth. Cities turned to dust, people disappearing in an instant. Sand turned into glass. Radiation like sickness. Skies burning with fire. These are not modern events. These stories come from ancient civilizations. Some say these tales are myths. Some say they describe natural disasters. But others believe they are evidence of ancient nuclear war, a forgotten chapter of human history that we cannot ignore. Today, we explore the stories, the science, the archaeology, and the mysterious clues left behind across the world. This is the ancient nuclear war theory and the evidence we cannot ignore. White Medium Star, Chapter 1, Ancient Texts That Shock Modern Science, 4 to 1800 hours. Voice, many ancient writings describe something that sounds terrifyingly familiar. The Mahabharata, an ancient Indian epic, says, a single projectile charged with all the power in the universe, an incandescent column of smoke and flame, as bright as 10,000 suns. It describes soldiers whose hair fell out, nails fell off, skin burned, food became contaminated, birds and animals died. Water boiled. This is exactly what happens after a nuclear explosion. The text also says people ran to the river to wash only to die, a description similar to radiation poisoning. These writings were created thousands of years ago, but the details match modern nuclear effects. How could ancient people describe something they never saw unless they did see it? White Medium Star, Chapter 2, The Glass Cities of India, 1800 hours, 32:00. Voice, in parts of ancient India, archaeologists found ruins, but not ordinary ruins. Stones were melted. Brick walls were fused together. Sand was turned into glass. Entire structures looked like they were exposed to extreme heat. Scientists say this level of melting requires temperatures of 4,000 to 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, the same as a nuclear explosion. Natural fires cannot do this. Volcanoes didn't happen there. Lightning cannot melt entire buildings. But nuclear-level heat can. Why would an ancient city look like this? White Medium Star, Chapter 3, Mohenjo-Daro, The City of the Dead, 32:00, 45:00. Voice, in Pakistan lies the ancient city Mohenjo-Daro, one of the oldest cities on Earth. When archaeologists uncovered it in the 20th century, they were shocked. They found skeletons lying in the streets, bodies preserved as if death came instantly. No signs of battle, no marks on the bones. High levels of radiation recorded in some areas. Bricks melted together, a mysterious epicenter of destruction. Every skeleton still in the city looked like the people died at the same moment. This is exactly what happens after a sudden explosion. Nuclear effect include instant death, no visible injuries, radiation. Damage, melting of materials was Mohenjo-Daro. Destroyed by something ancient and powerful? White Medium Star, Chapter 4, The Desert of Glass, 45:00, 1 hour. Voice, in the Sahara Desert, researchers found something incredible, a large area where the sand turned into pure glass. This type of glass is called Libyan desert glass. To create it, temperatures must reach 3,000 degrees Celsius. Ancient meteor? Maybe, but the location shows no crater. Some scientists quietly admit, this looks like nuclear test glass. In 1945, during the first nuclear tests, the ground in New Mexico also turned into glass. The glass in the Sahara is larger, purer, and older. Could this be evidence of a prehistoric explosion? White Medium Star, Chapter 5, The Ancient City of Dwarka, 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes. Voice. Off the coast of India lies the underwater city of Dvarka. Divers found, perfectly cut. Stone blocks long straight roads, huge pillars evidence of. Advanced engineering signs of sudden destruction. Some parts of the ruins look scorched or heat damaged. Ancient writings say, the sea swallowed the city after a great war lit up the sky. Was Dvarka destroyed by war or by a nuclear-like event that caused massive flooding? White Medium Star Chapter 6. The Sodom and Gomorrah event, 1 hour and 15 minutes to 1 hour and 30 minutes. Voice. In the Bible, the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed by fire and brimstone from the sky. Archaeologists discovered a site called Tal El Hammam. That matches the description. What they found: burned human, remains melted pottery bricks turned to ash-shock quartz formed by nuclear-level heat. Instant destruction over a wide area. Scientists estimate temperatures reach 2,000 plus degrees Celsius. What weapon could do that thousands of years ago? White Medium Star Chapter 7. Vitrified forts of Scotland, 1 hour and 30 minutes to 1 hour and 42 minutes. Voice. Across Scotland are ancient stone forts, but their walls look strange. The stones are melted together, as if fire melted the rock itself. But wood fires cannot do this. Volcanoes do not exist in the region. Lightning cannot melt tons of stone. Only temperatures equal to nuclear detonation can vitrify stone walls this way. How did ancient people melt entire fort walls? No one has an answer. White Medium Star Chapter 8. The mysterious ASH layer in Europe, 1 hour and 42 minutes. 1 hour and 55 minutes. Voice. Across parts of Eastern Europe, archaeologists found a strange ash layer in the ground. This layer contains burned bones, melted tools, high radiation signatures, magnetic anomalies sudden. Population disappearance. Some sites show destruction so intense that the soil itself was heated beyond 1,500 degrees Celsius. What caused this pan-regional destruction? It doesn't match volcanic events. It doesn't match meteor strikes. It looks like man-made devastation. White Medium Star Chapter 9. Did an advanced civilization exist before U.S.? 1 hour and 55 minutes. 2 hours and 10 minutes. Voice. The deeper we dig, the more questions appear. How do we explain perfect ancient weapons? Described in text, instant death of populations, radiation. Signs and ruins, melted stone cities turned to ash technology like descriptions and mythology, worldwide stories of sky weapons possibility 1. A forgotten ancient supercivilization fought a devastating war. Possibility 2. Humanity reached advanced technology long before our known history. Possibility 3. Ancient people witnessed visitors with powerful weapons. Possibility 4. The destruction was caused by natural, cosmic events misunderstood as weapons. But one thing is clear. Human history is not simple. White Medium Star Chapter 10. Are we the first advanced civilization? 2 hours and 10 minutes to 2 hours and 18 minutes. Voice. Modern humans have existed for 300,000 years. But our written history covers only the last 5,000. What happened in the other 295,000 years? Did a civilization rise and fall, leaving behind ruins that now look impossible? Were ancient people more advanced than we think? Or are we discovering evidence of powerful wars fought long before our time? The earth keeps secrets, but eventually, the truth rises back to surface. Ancient texts, ancient ruins, melted stone, radiation signatures, cities turned to glass. Coincidence? Myth? Natural disaster? Or something much more powerful? Maybe humanity lived through a chapter of history that was erased by time, a chapter of ancient nuclear war. Until we uncover the full truth, the evidence remains, and we can no longer ignore it. White medium star intro, midnight to 4 o'clock. Voice, in Part 1 and Part 2. We explore the incredible evidence of ancient nuclear destruction. Cities turned to glass, melted stone, deadly radiation, and ancient writings, describing weapons brighter than the sun. But the story does not end there, because across the world, from Africa to South America, from Mesopotamia to China, from the Middle East to Australia, we find more clues, more ruins, more scientific anomalies, and more unexplained destruction that all point toward one shocking possibility humanity once lived through: a global war thousands of years before modern history began. Today, we expand this investigation. Worldwide, this is Part 3. The global evidence of ancient nuclear war. White medium star, Chapter 1. The ancient ground zero of Africa. 4 to 1800 hours, voice. Deep in the Sahara Desert lies a strange site called Gao. Here, researchers discovered circular blast. Patterns melted rock sudden destruction. Layers glass-like fused sand no volcanic. Activity nearby. Scientists tested the sand and found traces of high heat. Too intense for natural fires. How did temperatures reach thousands of degrees? In a desert with no volcanoes, no meteor crater, and no explanation? Even stranger, ancient African stories describe a fire that fell from the sky and burned the earth into stone. Is this coincidence? Or did something powerful strike the desert long before written history? White medium star, Chapter 2. The Brazilian black soil mystery. 1800 hours. 32:00. Voice. In the Amazon rainforest, researchers found patches of black earth. Soil so rich and unnatural that scientists cannot explain how it formed. Some areas show magnetic anomalies and sudden burn layers suggesting extreme heat exposure. Tribes in the region speak of a time when the sky burned and the forest turned to ash. The soil is thousands of years older than any known civilization in the Amazon. What caused this sudden, high-energy event in one of the wettest regions on Earth? White medium star, Chapter 3. China's mysterious shower tombs. 32:00. 45:00. Voice. In western China, archaeologists uncover the shower tombs, where ancient remains show signs of burn marks, possible radiation like damage sudden. Mass death, unexplainable discoloration of bones. Chinese legends speak of a weapon called the heavenly arrow of fire. Some ancient records describe a war where the sky turned white and people died instantly. The physical evidence matches intense heat, far greater than normal fires. White medium star, Chapter 4. Middle East. Glass in the desert. 45:00. 1 hour. Voice. In the deserts of Israel and Syria, scientists found long streaks of desert glass, the same type created by nuclear explosions. But what melted the sand in a region with no meteor impact, no volcano, and no military activity for thousands of years? Ancient writings in the region describe cities destroyed by a great roar from the heavens and a light brighter than the sun. Could this glass be evidence of an ancient blast that erased entire civilizations from history? White medium star, Chapter 5. The Oa parts. 1 hour to 1 hour and 10 minutes. Voice. Around the world, scientists have found objects that do not match their time period, called Oa parts, out-of-place artifacts. Some examples include ancient metal tools found inside 300-million-year-old rocka, piece of aluminum inside a 1,000-year-old tomb, a gear-like mechanism dating back 2,000 years, spheres with perfectly straight grooves from 2.8 billion years ago. These discoveries challenge our understanding of history. Did ancient people possess technology we lost? Or is the timeline of human civilization wrong? White medium star, Chapter 6. The ancient fly ash layers, 1 hour and 10 minutes to 1 hour and 25 minutes. Voice. In India and Pakistan, archaeologists found layers of ash containing high carbon and silica, the ingredients found in nuclear blast residue. These layers match extreme temperature events, cover multiple ancient cities, span hundreds of miles, appear suddenly in time, are not caused by volcanoes. When scientists analyzed the ash, they found traces similar to modern nuclear test sites. But these layers are thousands of years old. How? White Medium Star Chapter 7. Ancient Myths of Sky Wars, 1 hour and 25 minutes to 1 hour and 40 minutes. Voice. Many civilizations mention wars in the sky. India, the Mahabharata, describes flying machines called the manas that fired weapons capable of leveling cities. Mesopotamia, the Enuma Elish speaks of gods battling with weapons of fire. Greece, Hesiod describes Zeus using a weapon that turned the earth to flame. Native Americans speak of a great burning that fell from above. Australia, Aboriginal tribes speak of the sky breaking open with fire. Different cultures, different eras, same story. Were these myths inspired by the same real event? White Medium Star Chapter 8. Radioactive sites around the world, 1 hour and 40 minutes to 1 hour and 55 minutes. Voice. Scientists detected unexpected radiation levels in Mohenjo-Daro, Rajasthan sites in Egypt, Mesopotamian ruins areas, near the Dead Sea parts of Scotland, and the Orkney Islands. This radiation is too high for natural sources, too low for modern contamination locked inside. Ancient materials, the only time radiation embeds in stone is after exposure to extreme nuclear-like energy. How could this be present in ancient ruins? White Medium Star Chapter 9. Did humans get their own history? 1 hour and 55 minutes to 2 hours and 10 minutes. Voice. What if humanity once reached a level of technology equal to or greater than modern civilization? And what if a massive wiped everything out? Evidence suggests sudden population collapse, cities abandoned instantly, rapid climate shifts, global soil contamination, construction, knowledge lost, stories of gods and weapons passed down as myth. Humanity may have started over with no memory of the world before the destruction. White Medium Star Chapter 10. The warning from the past, 2 hours and 10 minutes to 2 hours and 18 minutes. Voice. If ancient nuclear war happened once, what caused it? Possibilities include A. A global conflict, a technological accident, a cosmic visitor, a rogue power, a lost civilization, collapse, whatever happened. Ancient texts describe the aftermath clearly. Ash, darkness, illness, starvation, collapse, silence. It took thousands of years for humanity to rise again. Is this a warning for us? White Medium Star Conclusion, 2 hours and 18 minutes to 2 hours and 20 minutes. Voice. Across continents, across cultures, across ancient ruins, the evidence is undeniable. Not proof, but powerful clues. Glass in the desert, radiation in ruins, ancient texts describing sun-like explosions, skeletons frozen in time, myths of flying machines, cities burned instantly, artifacts out of time. Maybe these are not coincidences. Maybe these are the remains of a forgotten age, a time when humanity reached the heights of power and then destroyed itself. Until we uncover the full truth, the mystery of ancient nuclear war remains